So let's get into this because we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about.
Let's rock and roll. Let's go.
So first conversation that I wanted you guys' opinion on. Have you guys heard about the statue in New York?
Yeah, the little black chick with the braids.
I thought I just pulled it up. Did I? Maybe I didn't. There it is. Yeah. All these ads and stuff. But this is the controversy, a controversy that I heard. I really want to hear you guys' opinion about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's only 13 seconds. Sheesh. Anyway, let me pull up a different video. Change it this way. Statue. Should I do? Here we go.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the moment of truth.
How you gonna do Professor Black Truth, huh?
White supremacy loves a cruel prank, especially one that takes a long time to pay off. By now, you've heard and seen the statue in New York City claiming to depict a black woman on display in Times Square. Now, it's the Times Square's art program that were the ones who commissioned this work. In fact, when you look at the Times Square official website, you see that there's a whole small army of people who are involved in this. You have funding provided in part by the Jacques and Natasha Gilman Foundation, Morgan Stanley, the New York State Council of the Arts, with the support of the Office of the Governor and the New York State Legislature, public funds for the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs in partnership with the City Council, and additional.
Yeah, this guy's doing too much. So you guys have heard about it. So while I pull up a different video where they explain about it, what are your quick thoughts about it?
I mean, I didn't really look too deep into it. I didn't understand why they had a statue of just a random black woman in the first place, but whatever.
Okay, here we go.
What was that to honor? What was it to commemorate? What were they doing?
Okay. So that was only a 13-second video. I thought the link I had didn't work. So, but Maul, do you have any thoughts so far, or you need a little bit more context?
Yeah, this is my first time hearing about it right now as you guys are speaking, so I don't really know. Like, what is it for? Why did they build it? Like, what's going on?
Okay, this one's a little bit longer.
Instantly stood out. It's powerful.
It's so tall and big.
The sculpture created by artist Thomas Price was unveiled at Duffy Square last week, and in just a matter of days, it has stopped hundreds in their tracks. Who is she? Well, technically, she's whoever you want her to be.
Me being a plus-size black woman, I kind of looking at it was just like, oh, I wonder what me as a small child would have thought looking at something like that. Representation.
The piece is part of a series called Grounded in the Stars, which Gene Cooney, director of Times Square Art, says confronts preconceived notions of identity and representation.
To have this work here is making a statement, potentially asking questions about what we value as a city, as a society, and hopefully it's a tribute to our shared humanity.
Tourists and New Yorkers we spoke with expressed different interpretations of what she represents to them.
It's a plus-size woman. I'm a plus-size man. I'm African-American. It's an African-American woman statue. So just seeing another piece for me to stop and just have a moment.
Never heard a man call himself plus size. It's just.
The sculpture proves to be a well-liked juxtaposition placed among the more traditional statues in Times Square, which is the goal, according to officials, of.
So it's a bunch of statues in Times Square then, right? This is not the only one. I just saw like 3-4 of them. They just kept randomly have statues, right?
There's more statues, in New York. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the problem with this one then? Like, if you got multiple statues there, why all of a sudden this one is a big deal, or this one is getting more controversy than all the other ones?
What's up, Cultivate?
Cultivate, what's going on? How you doing?
I think this one is getting controversy because it's just like a random
What's up,
person.
Cultivate?
You know, it'd be interesting to look up whoever the creator was, Thomas J. Price, whoever he is, and looks like just a random person. It doesn't matter what kind of sculptor art this would have been, especially depicting black people or a black person black women, it would have you would have had somebody trying to speak out about it. Now he's a British sculptor, so I guess that's a problem.
This is him and Thomas J. Price. I guess you would call him a black man.
Yeah, no, I guess my question is like, why is it that is he supposed to be creating black women in America, or just supposed to represent black women abroad?
Cultivate said all is well, just over here cooking and Netflixing. Facts. You still on your how you doing on your Walking Dead binge marathon? How you doing? But so the controversy is
they killed T-Dog.
People are angry, or some people are angry in the fact that this is how the sculptor views black women.
What?
But then other people are saying, well, this is a beautiful representation. Just in the fact that there is a sculpture of black women is a beautiful thing. Other people, or somewhere in the middle, the people are saying, why did you have to make the sculpture in this way? Why couldn't it be this same size woman, but she have a cap and gown on, or she has some robes on, a doctor's robe, or stethoscope?
Hey man, no matter what you do or how you do it, somebody gonna always have goddamn complaints about it. So why are we sitting there discussing people having complaints about it? It's a statue. It's up there. Who gives a fuck? That shit really I'm really baffled now. Like you don't know what to say. Like
I don't live in New York.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Like, so just because it was made this way, so okay, let's say they make it the way you told whatever you just said, right? With a cap and gown on. Then people would have been like, oh, everybody don't go to college. Everybody don't graduate.
All right.
So it's like, what the fuck do you want? It's like people have a complaint about everything. It don't matter what it is. Nigga, we gave you $1 million. You're going to say, why I didn't give you 1.5? So we going to sit up here and discuss this because somebody said she should have had a cap and gown. Well, nigga, put on a cap and gown then.
What was her occupation? Like, I don't. Again, I don't.
Sister every day, what's going on?
What's up, Nancy
What's
Beauty?
going on, sis? What's her occupation? Like, why? I guess the question is, why are we just making random sculptures, like, and putting them in the middle of Times Square?
And people are also complaining about the fact that she would be, like people said in the video, plus size. Why couldn't she be thinner? Is what a lot of people.
Well, people would complain if she was thinner, and then be like, "Where's the plus size representation?" I think it would have been cool if maybe you had a family, you put her plus size self with her, you know what I'm saying, her plus size quote unquote husband or something, and they little plus size kids. And I think that would have been, a little bit better to me. Because now it's just like, now you got a random person up here with some braids in
Is
their
she
head.
a single mother? Is she's married?
She's
Can
just
she
random
have
out
kids?
here with braids in her
Are
head.
she transgender? What she identify as? Like, bro, what the fuck going on here, man?
You remember I asked a question a few weeks ago. I think it was just you and me on that day, Mom, where I asked, "Are people going to complain regardless, no matter what? Some people just complain just to complain.
Yes.
Some people are going to complain no matter what. And I think, and I agree with you in this regard, as far as our people, no matter what. Because yes, I agree with you, Jay, every day. Plus size woman, plus size husband, plus size kids, or whatever the case, just a full on family structure. But then you would have some people complaining and say, not everybody wants a family. Not every woman wants a husband. Not every husband wants or not every man wants a wife.
Yeah. What if she's not gay? What if she like women? What if she like transgender people? What if she like this? What if she like? That's why I say we sitting up there complaining. We sitting up there talking about this. Like, bro, people are gonna complain no matter what. No matter what you do. No matter what you say, how you do it, whatever. You can try to help them. Motherfucker gonna be like, why you ain't give me 2 hands instead of 1? Nigga, didn't I help you up? That's all that matters.
One of the thoughts that I have about this is something Jay every day started to speak on was, again, what is the purpose of this statue? David, what's good, bro? But what is the purpose of this statue? Every other statue I've ever seen was an individual that has some sort of history behind them. It might have been a not so positive history, might not have been something that everybody really smiles on, but that person had a history. So a lot of people knew who that person was. This is just a random sculpture. And that's what my ultimate issue is. What is this supposed to portray? So this is more of Thomas Price's work. So one of the things that people are complaining about was about this one, right? In particular, plus size. It looks kind of defiant, like she has an attitude or whatever.
Like, for real, bro? Are we serious?
Hands on the hips. That's what a lot of women.
Maybe she
generally
was
speaking.
working and she's tired.
I should be linked forward.
like her back hurt, right? Like,
Oh my God, man! Lord have mercy.
Nasty Beauty.
It's who you talking to?
There you go.
Oh my God,
Nasty Beauty said Madam C.J. Walker was a full-figured and accomplished woman. Nasty Beauty also said Ida B. Wells too.
Absolutely.
Hey, I was coming home the other day from Detroit too, and I had my wife never really just like Googled Ida B. Wells because you come around the loop and you see it, you're like, who the fuck is that? So we Googled and figured out who it was real quick, and I'm like, I like that. When you go on road trips, you just be seeing different stuff, and whoever your passionate person is, you had them Google it to see who this person really is and whatnot like that.
And Nasty Beauty said, there is no purpose. That's the purpose. And that's what I'm getting from it, Nasty Beauty. Like, you didn't put a name on this from what I'm seeing so far. You didn't put a name on this sculpture. You didn't put a story on this, no words on this sculpture at the bottom so people can read about it, maybe get a little bit of context on what it's for. I don't get it. Cultivate said, tomato, tomato, the sculpture is what it is. She also said the sculpture is the candy lady, is the candy lady in the hood.
It could be whatever. I guess that's the point. It could be whoever you want it to be, and that's the problem.
And that's what they said in the video, right?
Yeah.
She said whoever you want her to be. It's too hot and the kids taking too long to tell her what they want.
Yeah. So maybe this is a non-serious sculpture, and that, to me that can become a problem. Is why is it everything about black people non-serious? Because if we can't pinpoint everything else, a lot of times, I'm sure I've never been to New York City, so I don't know, right? But I'm pretty sure any other time they would have a plaque depicting or telling you what this is and what it's supposed to mean, right? And if we don't know what this is supposed to depict or mean, to me it becomes kind of like non-serious.
Mm-hmm.
And so why is this important to stick in the middle of Times Square?
Be Humble said, Jay, the city is a cesspool.
I believe it. I'll be there.
Absolutely. I went to
Ski, yeah, I'm 40, big 40.
I went to New York twice. One was in Times Square. We went to Times Square, then touched a little bit of downtown Manhattan, which was awful. But the other time I was in Albany. And polar opposites. It's like the city versus suburbs between the two. But I don't remember seeing any. I wasn't looking for it, but I don't remember seeing any other statues there. Ultimately, going back to the question at hand for me is, what is the purpose? And oftentimes, things that don't serve a purpose render confusion. Like, why is it happening? So looking more at now I look
real quick. I'm not to cut you off, but the bull market, not the bull market, but the bull statue in front of I think it's the World Trade Center or something like that. It's in New York. So you type in the bull statue. It represents the bull market, right? Mm-hmm. You kind of get an idea what it represents. Is that Chicago? I thought it was New York. Type in. I think it's New York. They might have one in Chicago, but this.
I'm in front of the United Center. That's what I thought you were talking about at first.
No,
that's right here.
Yes.
Okay.
The Charging Bull, right? It's in Wall Street. So you kind of got an idea of what it's supposed to represent, right? It's Wall Street.
So why somebody gonna do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm scrolling past it.
What the fuck is that? Why?
Because people are some freaks.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like, what was?
Yeah.
So what's the I have seen the picture of the random little girl. Did you see it? It was just up there. I forgot the meaning of that one.
Oh, this one right here?
Yeah, this little girl right here.
In the middle of the bull. Yeah.
Yeah. Fearless. Okay. So it says the fearless. So you kind of got an idea of what this little girl mean. What is the black woman in the middle of Times Square?
And I asked that question about his other work, right?
Because she has her hand in the same pose. Actually, I'm looking at it. The fearless black girl. Maybe that means black woman fearless to the world.
You know, so people are talking about the are only harping on the plus size, air quotes plus size black woman, but what about this one? This guy isn't.
What do you got? A chain on his neck? What do you got going on?
Oh shoot. Let's go back here. So this is more of his work, right? So what about this one? This one isn't plus size. She has a phone in her hand, looking off like somebody called her. This guy isn't plus size or fat. So people are only harping on one aspect of his work. And it's like people are also saying that this is how society views you, black women. And to some degrees that may be true. To other degrees, it's like, again, ultimately, I put the onus on that from Thomas Price himself. Because I'm not the type, I say it all the time, I need context. In fact, I was a part of a panel where there was no context being put into the conversation. So what's the purpose? What is the purpose? Why?
Looking at his artwork, though, you know, just kind of glancing, it looks like it's just kind of everyday life of what maybe black people do. You know, you got some girl on the cell phone and, you know, somebody standing, you know, like she has an attitude or something. It looks just kind of like everyday life, and his art got chosen. And, you know, that's the unique part of art that we understand is that it's up to interpretation. It would be nice to have, like I said, have something to kind of depict what this really means. But, you know, it does start conversations. So
yeah, like if he had some sort of engraving on it, say up to interpretation, that eliminates all confusion. For me, anyway. I don't have to guess about anything. I don't have to ask, what are you talking about? Whatever the case. Just say something on the sculpture.
And perhaps even, did he speak on it?
Not that I've seen.
Okay. We ain't got to go looking for it either. But
Ma, you got anything you want to add to that, or are you just?
No, whatsoever.
Nasty Beauty said, I have a love-hate relationship with contemporary art. And that's what I mean. Like a lot of people say that art is abstract, or they take on the phrase of beauty's in the eye of the beholder and all that. Stop it, man. Stop it. At least just give it context, period. That's it. That's all. Give it context. That's all I'm saying. Welcome to another episode of your favorite After Church podcast. I am your man, Spaces.
Hey, I go by your boy Maul.